after the news. Today we have the courtesy to receive this incredible woman who has done amazing discoveries. And also she has recently had an encounter with a group of kids lost on an island, who were forced to rejoin for survival. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give an applause to Dr. Lara Croft. Hey, nice to see you.
Thank you very much. Good night. It's a pleasure to be here with you all tonight.
The pleasure is ours. We have heard some things about this incredible story, and we're ready to ask you some questions about it. First of all, how did you get there, and where is the island located?
Well, it's not very easy to get there because you can see the island from a ship. So actually, it's very difficult, and I might say that I can tell you the secret of its location because it's a secret, you know.
Well, we all know that your specialists are a little conservative with sharing this kind of information. So, what did you find when you got there?
Well, it was very hard to visualize what we were seeing because we saw kids from 4 years to 13 years old. They are all from Britain, so they have many traditions, and some of them were really savage, like Jack, and some of them were really civilized, like Ralph, or Piggy, or Simon. So the younger kids were called little ones, and these kids usually follow Jack to get protection from him. And sometimes they gather together and they use a conch that Ralph blows, and that's how they get together and have meetings and they establish.
Oh, great. Talking about that, Dr. Croft, what did Ralph was chosen as the chief? Does he have a special personality for the job?
Well, I might say that he is a really special boy. I had the time to interview him, and he's tall and has fair hair. And he was voted chief because he blew the conch that helped them get together in first place. So he has this big responsibility to organize the society they live in, and he lays down some rules for the sake of all. And sometimes they don't follow these rules, so that makes a lot of problems, and when he has this big idea that someday they will get rescued, finally.
Right. I think that some of our viewers would like to know what's the conch and what importance does it have in this society? That these kids are trying to form?
Well, that's a very important question. The conch is the only way they can get together and have the meetings to establish the rules. So it's a very important artifact for them, especially for Piggy, the founder, and it represents in some kind of way the authority to talk when they get together.
Besides from leaving this point clear, we really want to know which were the main events that happened to the island during your visit? How did the kids react to them?
Well, many things happened when we were in the island doing the research that we had. And the main concerns of the kids were that there was a beastie in the island, that they were alone, they did some major discoveries, they found a new hill, and at first they thought that they were in some kind of place different than an island, so it was difficult for them. And some kind of way, it's the same thing that I say. Jack, it's more savage, and Ralph is more civilized, so that makes...
And how did you feel on the island? What conclusion would you make?
Well, we felt a little scared at first because we didn't know what was happening and why all these kids were there, so it was difficult. But after that, we had an amazing experience with all of them. We tried to enjoy as much as we could, and I say that it was really important for the science. It's a very important discovery.
We will stop the conversation for a while, and coming up we're going to show some photos about the island. Don't leave us, we'll come back in a brief.